So we want to talk to you about why you oppose this camera so much.
We oppose how it's being handled. I was very clear that we're not in a position to oppose the cameras as of yet. We're opposed as to how it's being handled. We've given no training. We have no policies. We have no state legislation. We have zero. And with zero, I don't think it's appropriate for us to jump off a perfectly good plane if we don't know whether we're going to land safely. We may very well be in support at the end of the day. We're just not there yet. And when the mayor spouted off a very surprising thing about because his polling numbers were down, that's the only reason he did it, we then had to file the grievance to protect our interests. Before that, we were trying to talk to the department. 6 months ago, they said, would you talk to us? We said, yes. We've been waiting. Last week was the very first time they allowed us to even see the camera. So we're not going to go forward.
What kind of camera is it?
Well, the one, they showed us three. The one that they favor is a company called Taser.
Taser, of course, yeah.
And so we just want to make sure, for example, we want to make sure that these cameras capture the same thing a human eye would capture. Not anymore, because it wouldn't be fair. And then there are some concerns about privacy. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we may very well support it. We're just not there yet. I'm sure the department that you mentioned probably sat down with the administration, probably ironed out these issues. We want that to happen with us, too.
What needs to be, okay, look, there has been a couple of, and I'll follow this very intensely. There was a case in Los Angeles where this actress from the movie, where initially she was accused of prostitution. She said she was, and it turns out that she was actually having sex in a car with her husband. And that's why the cops approached her, and the body cams actually proved that. Okay. So, and we've seen other cases where body cams actually prove that police are in the right. There's, of course, there's the other side where it proves they're in the wrong. So why? I mean, because you did say, or somebody said a statement. I'm not sure. It was probably the lawyers who did write this, that the cameras will put these cops' lives in danger. I want to hear more about that.
Yeah. Here's what we're concerned. Again, we've never seen the apparatus. So we didn't know if there was a cord that was going to be there around their neck where somebody could use it to choke them out.
Well, we know
we
that.
Don't,
come on.
We don't know.
We know that's bullshit. Come on. Let's be serious.
No, that's bullshit.
Let's not spin that.
No.
You
knew
no
what,
cord.
You
Come
knew,
on.
What do you mean there's no cord? Well, then you and I...
You have kept... I mean, you
wait a
should
minute.
have keep up with these Taser and VVU.
I should have kept up when they won't talk to me. Maybe you and I should talk because we're having more conversation about tasers than I've had with the administration. Right. So there you go. I'm willing to sit with you about the cameras, but they won't do it.
Forget about the spin. Okay, let's forget about the spin. Okay, what is the spin? The spin. You know, I know there's spin on both sides, and I
don't know that we would call ours a spin.
Well, I look at it from the outside.
Right.
But what is wrong with cops wearing cameras? Just to document everything.
I don't know. I don't know because I don't know have it information.
Right.
We may, like I said, you and I may be
you're a police officer, right?
Absolutely, for 36 and a half years.
And you don't have that information.
Huh?
You don't have that information. Come on.
Of course not.
So,
I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have a hidden camera in their offices. How would I know?
But you do see what's going on. You see what's happening in Ferguson. You see what's happening in L.A. I mean, sometimes the cameras are good. Sometimes the cameras are bad for officers.
Listen, I also see that there's greater corruption with politicians, and I don't see anybody asking the politicians to wear cameras when they talk to lobbyists.
Well, I agree with you there.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Here's the question. Politicians do not have the power to kill citizens. And that's where it boils down to.
I disagree with you.
Well, we can go into conspiracy theories,
right.
but when it comes to very blatantly, cops have the power to kill people and destroy people's lives, and that's the whole issue. It's not we're not anti-cop. It's just that we want cops to respect the rights of citizens.
And we may, at the end of the day, we may be on the same side and doing a film together. Like I said, you and I have had more conversation in this short period of time than I've had with the mayor on it.
Right. So
all we're saying is sit down with us.
I'm very naive when it comes to the political history of you guys. So where does that stem from? Because I just got into it because of the cameras.
Yeah, I mean, that's just his personality, and and we're not going to cave into his demands. I'll give you a case in point. It is our understanding that this department has done a pilot program. We've asked us, let us see the data. Let us see what officers have said. Is it good? Is it bad? Which camera they like best? We haven't gotten
But
anything.
you did not say that in the grievance. The grievance said
we don't need
it's
to
going
say
to harm
that.
people's, it's going to harm the lives of officers.
Well, that's
Come
the way.
on, I mean, that's what I
No,
call
but
spin,
that
dude.
grievance, hold on.
Right.
You need to understand the process too, which you apparently don't.
What is the
In a
process?
grievance, we don't lay out our entire case. And the grievance is just enough to get us to the grievance process. When we go before an independent hearing officer, that's when we lay out our entire case.
But you're prolonging the actual issue of, because there's a lot of cops in this country who say, I have nothing to hide, I don't care, I'll wear the camera. Big deal, because it protects me. Like, I'm sure you're familiar with a study in Rialto where use of force incidents went down when the body cams were introduced.
I am not familiar with that, and like I said, what we did was when this became a surprise to us a week or so ago, we went on Google, just like you would. That's how much information we have.
Now you've been in office for 36 years.
Yeah.
Right, and obviously technology has changed a lot. I'm a journalist.
Sure.
I have to adjust to that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't police officers have to adjust to the change of technology? Because we're not
They
back
may
in the
have
70s. We're not back in Starsky and Hutch days where we, you know how it goes. We're not back in those days anymore.
They may have to, and I don't even know how to turn the red lights on anymore because the thing has gotten so technical. So I don't know about these cameras. For you to say that I do is, it's disingenuous and it's it's BS.
I would hope
But,
you would,
right.
because you are the union boss, bro. You are, right?
Right.
And how big is the union?
Well, we're about 6,000 people, but
Right. And how the Miami-Dade PD is a very large police, is a large police
Miami
department.
PD?
Miami-Dade PD. Miami-Dade PD is the largest PD.
Well, we're getting smaller and smaller because they keep laying cops off. But
Right, but still, it's a very large police department. It's the largest police department in the southeast United States.
watch it. Yeah.
What the hell? That's my tripod. I mean, I think D.C. and
Even
maybe
your own
Dallas.
equipment's trying to kill you.
Yeah, I'm used to it. But it is, I think it's important for officers, and not just yourself, but other officers, to keep up with technology, because anytime an officer is out in the street, just like anytime we're on the street, we lose our expectation of privacy. Anything stupid we do can show up on YouTube, it can show up on a surveillance camera. It's all out there.
We might be on the same side. I have done my due diligence and asking for information. If they won't give me information, one, that makes me a little bit skeptical.
But what information are they not giving you?
I want the data, the information of the pilot program. If they did all this study,
But they want
why
cameras.
won't they share it?
They want cameras, and you said
Why won't they share it?
The lawyer said, well, the cameras are going to
Why
hinder our
won't they
lives.
share it?
That was said, right? Yes or no?
What do they have
Come
to
on,
hide?
yes or no? The
What?
spin was the cameras will hinder the lives of officers.
Hey, I want every officer to have a helicopter. I don't know if that's
Right,
feasible.
but yes or no?
You know what I mean?
Yes
I
or no?
want every Marine patrol to have submarines.
Okay, but let's go back.
Is that feasible?
How can cameras hinder the lives of officers?
Because we don't know anything about the cameras. It might or it may not. So you can be a jokester about it.
Yeah.
I don't play.
I'm not a jokester, but I'm a realist about it. I am.
I don't play with my cops' lives.
Right.
Pure and simple. If they give me the information, they're willing to sit down with me. You and I may very well be on the same side. Like I said, I have already spoken to you more about these cameras than I have the administration.
And I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I give you.
And
I
I
do
knew that you were on the
appreciate
side.
that.
So, like I said, you and I have had more conversation. Maybe you and I need to sit before the mayor so that we can have this dialogue.
Well, we can definitely do that.
There you go.
We're
I
actually
will welcome
trying to
it.
get the mayor
I will
to
welcome
sign
it.
something. But look, we're back to the reality of it.
But
cameras.
you keep putting a spin on that I'm not going to give to you.
No,
because
I'm
I've done
actually
my
trying
due
to be
diligence.
very realistic about it.
Well, I am too.
Look, cameras
I
are everywhere.
am.
Like, the bottom line is this, John. Cameras are everywhere. We can't walk out there without being on YouTube with a surveillance camera.
Then you need to give me the data because apparently you have it. You have greater knowledge
So you're
about
not
these
aware,
cameras.
but you're a cop, bro. So you should know. You should come on. I mean, so
How
what
do I
happens,
do it?
So what
Wait a
happens
minute.
when a cop says, "I'm going to
Okay.
investigate this," and we're like,
What
we
do you
want
want
to
me
be
to do?
confident,
Okay,
in
hold
that,
on.
and you don't know anything.
Hold on. You want me to beat the mayor without a camera so I can get the camera information? What do you want me to do?
Maybe use Google. I don't know.
I use Google. I just told you. That's all the information I got to go.
You can go on my website.
And the biggest thing I got is
You
the
can go on my
Department of
website.
Justice that says to go slow.
Right. Well, you can go
I guess you don't believe in the government either?
I'm very skeptical about the government.
I believe in government. You know what? I swear to uphold and protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. That's the difference between you and me, brother.
Wait a minute. Okay, then let's backtrack there. Okay, because I am a very, very strong constitutionalist. That's the whole point of running this website. And the issue I have with police officers is many of them do not support the Constitution. Many of them violate the Constitution. We see that on a regular basis.
Boy, I don't know of any.
Really? Well, you should check out photographyisnotacrime.com.
What is it again?
Photographyisnotacrime.com. And you don't even have to check out the website because you can go on YouTube and you can see it all. But it happens on a regular basis. And what's happening now is the citizens are actually recognizing their rights. And cops kind of distraught about it because now they can't really we go back to the spin. But, but you just spin it right now. You're the constitutionalist and you say, I'm not. How am I not the constitutionalist when I'm the one who says, I want transparency? Because we're the taxpayers.
But
we are the taxpayers,
you
right?
keep believing that I'm against it.
Well, I'm reading. I'm going by the red in the Miami Herald.
I'm against how it's being handled.
Okay. I'm going by the grievance.
The
grievance is very clear. The grievance is very clear.
Listen, lawyers write things the way I'm telling you. I'm the spokesperson for the PBA. We have not publicly come out either in favor of it or against it. We are against the process. We are against the fact that they told us they were going to give us information. They haven't. Then a little surprise visit from the mayors. I'm making this announcement. We are opposed to that style of doing business. If we're partners, let's be partners.
But you're not partners.
We're not partners.
And it sounds very political, I mean, the bottom line is people want transparency. We don't really care about the issues with the mayor and yourself. I don't care.
I want transparency from elected officials all the way down.
Right, we like that too.
Yeah.
So this is the first.
See, we're on the same side.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely. We're all about that. But at the same time, police officers are government officials.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And
we may support it.
And you guys are serving. You guys are the arm of the government.
Right.
If the government says we don't like that, then you might not even agree with the person, but you have to close something. For example, Occupy Miami or whatever. Right. So you guys represent the government to the community.
Right.
And you guys have the power to change people's lives. You have the power to destroy people's lives. So it's very important that we believe, a lot of people believe, the cops should believe that.
And I appreciate that it's very important to you, and it might very well be important to me. Once I know.
It might not.
You may be smarter than me. You may have more access to information than I do.
I want the information.
Well, there you go. Well, that's all I have. And I don't have time to sit in front of Google. Maybe you do.
What do you have time for? You have time?
Oh, my God, I'm constantly busy, man.
Right.
Look here, I'm doing 16-hour days today, man.
Right, well,
I'm tired, and look at you beating me up.
Yeah, well, I've gone 48 hours. That's so, all right, John, so any final statement you want to say to the camera, to our readers?
We are not
who are very,
opposed,
very strong constitutionalists, by the way.
We are not opposed to the cameras yet. We're not in favor of the cameras yet. We just don't know. We're opposed to the sneakiness and lack of information. We may very well be in favor of this.